We want to talk about the Suns' victory tonight. I think we just got to start really quick on this
Look,
dude.
up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's
Bol Bol, motherfucker.
Bol Bol was actually absolutely incredible tonight. I thought that this was his best game, obviously, as a Phoenix Sun. He did almost hit his career high in points. Starting off early, he had 7 points to really kind of get things going. Him and Nick Richards in the third quarter, I think they had about 18 points between the two of them to start, but it wasn't that much. It was probably about maybe 14, but they were just incredible, man. He really got this Suns team out to a hot start. The floaters, the little touch around the rim, the three-pointers, anything that he wanted tonight, he got, and it was absolutely a beautiful game by Bol Bol. We've talked about him, of course, for the last part of the half of the season since All-Star break because he has been getting starts. Suns Geek, your take really on where they're going with him and how much you just love this dude being in the starting lineup.
Yeah, in a season that has been disappointing, underwhelming, embarrassing, insert word here, Bol Bol has been one of those bright spots. It's a little unfortunate that it took a few months to, play him consistently and start him, but I am just so happy for Bol Bol, man. This guy absolutely deserves it because if you look at his past teams like the Magic and the Nuggets, he hasn't really had this chance of an opportunity to shine. And I do feel like when he has played consistently, he's played pretty well for the most part. We saw some flashes of it last year with the Phoenix Suns. But yeah, Bol Bol's been playing absolutely great. And we obviously don't know what is going to happen with this franchise in the future. And I think we have Bol Bol's bird rights, if I'm correct. So if there's any bright spot, re-sign Bol Bol. The fans love him. And I truly do believe this when I say it. I don't think Bol Bol's the kind of guy that wants drama and all this stuff surrounding him. So I feel like he really wants to play in Phoenix. I think he's got a good relationship with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. So just re-sign him, play him, start him, and give him his chance to shine, man. He was fantastic tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he really shined for us tonight, and I feel like the team kind of fed off of that. I mean, obviously, a lot of stuff he had was really wide open, but the fact that he could just kind of knock it down from all over the floor and get this team out to a hot start, having 17 first half points and only the one turnover, which is really nice. Even the one turnover that was taken away from him in the corner, it kind of seemed like maybe it was a foul. But he's doing a good job handling the ball. But EJ did bring up a good point at the end of the game. The 25 points are nice, almost a career high, but you want to see him kind of do more too, right? Rebounding, boxing out, and stuff like that you want, obviously, out of a big. So do you think, though, moving forward, that's going to kind of hurt him a little bit? Because he is a good scorer when he gets hot. The fans love him, even when he misses a shot. But the fact that he can't do too much else, he had some nice passes tonight, a couple assists. But do you think he needs to expand his game upon this to really get real legit minutes in the future for an actual winning team?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I feel like Bol Bol knows that. He's still a young player. I think sometimes even I forget about that. He is still very young. But, I mean, Eddie Johnson was absolutely right, and they were talking about it on the broadcast. It's just developing that all-around game. But tonight was a good preview of developing that all-around game. And I think Bol Bol knows that. He just needs to just put it all together because then we'll really see what kind of a player Bol Bol is. But this is a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, and your thoughts, too, about the way that the game kind of ended where it was a blowout. Obviously, we're up by 20, the majority of the game, almost reached 30. I think their highest lead was 29 points. The Pelicans obviously didn't lead the whole game. The fact that we didn't see too much from Kevin Durant, he did start off the game hot with 9 points, but he was only 7 for 10 today, and he played the 35 minutes. But it seemed like there wasn't a whole lot of focus on him tonight. So I think it's kind of nice to have a guy like him, and of course Nick Richards we'll talk about in a little bit, that can kind of step up and take a lot of pressure off of those guys, especially the superstars that we have on this team. Kevin Durant, though, you think he's okay with that? We'll talk about him in a little bit, but you think he's all right with kind of Bol Bol stepping up and being, a hot shot tonight? You don't think it's gonna bruise his ego at all?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I truly do believe that Bol Bol and Kevin Durant have a good relationship. So anytime that Kevin Durant can actually, rest in the fourth quarter and take it easy and watch his other players help win basketball games, Kevin Durant will not complain about that. I think he's going to be very happy about that. And again, man, shout out to Bol Bol for allowing that to happen. Same thing with Devin Booker, who I'm sure we're going to talk about later. Like, they actually got to rest tonight for a little bit because clearly we can't close out games. We haven't been able to do much resting in the fourth quarter this whole season.
Yeah, it's funny though, because they kind of played to like the 3-minute mark. And I think a lot of it had to do with, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe just them kind of finding a focus on finishing the game, but also just kind of getting used to winning, just kind of having that feeling of like, hey, maybe we're back in a way where we can kind of come into a game where it's hard to beat a team twice in a row.
Yeah.
To come in and take over a team in the Pelicans that you should beat with the roster that we do have. So do you think that the extended minutes, even though 35, 36 minutes from Kevin Durant and Devin Booker here, but I mean, in a typical season, in a season where maybe we are a 4 seed or a 5 seed, and we're winning by 20 or almost 30 at certain times, do you think that they even play the fourth quarter? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they weren't even really a part of the success when it came to scoring. So I think a lot of that from Bud was maybe just kind of playing them just to kind of get the right mindset of winning again. Do you think?
Yeah, I hope this answers what you were trying to say, but I think the Suns as a team, as a franchise, sort of needed a game like this, what I like to call sort of a tune-up game. Like, I know the season has been disastrous, yada, 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 embarrassing, but sometimes you need these games where you pretty much blow out the other team. We had 40 points in the first quarter, dude. You know what I mean? So even if it was playing KD and all of them to like the 3-minute mark-ish, it's like, you need sometimes those tune-up games. And even though I barely have any optimism, any positivity left, maybe this tune-up game is what will sort of give us some confidence and hope headed into the rest of this season, man. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, no, it's a perfect response.
Bol Bol.